everyone, and welcome to IMSA's Veterans Day celebration. On behalf of the IMSA community, it is my honor to welcome you to this special assembly as we come together to recognize and thank the brave men and women who have served in our nation's armed forces. At this time, please join me in welcoming Cassandra Eve Marvitz, who will call the color guard for the presentation of the flags.
Color guard, attention! Audience, please rise. Mark time, march! Forward, march! Color guard, halt. Color guard, cross the colors. Post the flag of the United States of America. Post the flag of the great state of Illinois. Color guard, honor your colors. At this time, please join the IMSA Chamber Choir in singing our national anthem. If you're not in uniform, please place your right hand over your heart.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please remain standing and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Color guard, return to ranks. Color guard, at ease. Audience, please be seated. Thank you to our color guard and, of course, the chamber choir. The tradition of the color guard, honored today as they present, protect, and retrieve the colors, dates back centuries. Originating during the English Civil War, soldiers would march into battle with flags bearing the colors of their regiment, symbolizing their allegiance and unity. A soldier holding the flag would be strategically placed so that troops could see their position and rally around it, especially in the chaos of a battle. This flag, or color, became a powerful symbol and was fiercely protected by a dedicated color guard. Over time, the role of the color guard evolved. As firearms and more advanced tactics emerged, flags were no longer carried into active battle. Instead, they became symbols of heritage and tradition. In the US, the color guard became central to military and civic ceremonies, leading parades, honoring fallen heroes, and representing unity and sacrifice. Today, the Color Guard reminds us of our respect for those who have served and those who continue to serve, preserving freedom and the values the colors represent. At each ceremony, the Color Guard upholds a lasting tradition of honor, reminding us all of the courage and sacrifice behind each flag. As the Color Guard presents the colors today, let us remember and honor the courage, dedication, and sacrifices of all who serve, carrying forward a proud tradition that unites us in gratitude and in respect. Thank you.
I'd like to recognize and thank Cassandra, as well as the members of our Color Guard today. David Garcia, Venkatachish Goganeni, Aubrey Holzberg, Madison Wachowitz, Nathan Fessler, John Tochimani, and Michael Wachowitz. Thank you for your service in representing the spirit of honor and respect. Now, please welcome to the stage our principal, Dr. Angela Rowley.
Thank you, Blake. Thank you to the Color Guard. Today, as we come together to celebrate Veterans Day, we pause to reflect on the courage and service of the men and women who have worn our nation's uniform. We honor the sacrifice of these individuals and their families in keeping our nation safe. This year, IMSA invited students to share their own reflections on what Veterans Day means to them, how the ideals of service, sacrifice, and patriotism have shaped our lives and our communities. We received many thoughtful and heartfelt submissions, and today we're excited to share the reflection of the student who's being recognized for her submission. Please join me in welcoming our student reflection winner, Elizabeth Thompson.
What does Veterans Day mean to you? I've been asked this question before, back before IMSA, and before I really understood what Veterans Day meant. At first, I talked about its history, how it began as Armistice Day to mark the end of World War I at the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month in 1918. While that's still true, there's more to Veterans Day than just its historical roots. Its meaning has shifted and deepened. After all, it's even got a new name. When I hear Veterans Day, I think of my grandfather, who served in the Army National Guard for 20 years. I still remember the 3-volley rifle salute and the flag being carefully folded into a triangle and presented to our family the day of his funeral. To this day, I remember my grandfather as a figure of strength and guidance, someone I idolized. Maybe it was because he was just someone to look up to, but maybe there was a little more to it than that. Remembering him made me realize that Veterans Day is more than just acknowledging others. For many, Veterans Day is a holiday to remember and honor their lost ones, the ones who have served even without recognition. I also believe that Veterans Day is a time we should look up to those who have served, their sacrifice, and how they care for others they have never met. Maybe even take some time to listen to their long stories, but most importantly, learn from them.
Thank you, Elizabeth, for your thoughtful words. Thank you for all who have served. Your reflections remind us how deeply the values of service and sacrifice resonate with each of us, no matter our age or background. Let's take a moment to give another round of applause to Elizabeth for representing IMSA with such heart and gratitude. Now please enjoy a performance from our IMSA Wind Ensemble conducted by none other than Miss Mary Beth McCarthy.
Thank you very much to the IMSA Wind Ensemble for playing the melodies of the different branches of our military. Let's give them another round of applause. Good morning. Today, as part of our Veterans Day celebration, we're proud to recognize members of the IMSA family who have served our country with courage, leadership, and a commitment to advancing the human condition. One of those distinguished alumni is Colonel Kenyatta Ruffin, class of 1999. Originally from Maywood, Illinois, Colonel Ruffin dreamed of becoming an astronaut at the age of 5, and by 13 he was already piloting his first aircraft. While at IMSA, he deepened his passion for flight, becoming one of the nation's youngest FAA certified flight instructors at just 18, and helped create programs that introduced younger students to science and aviation. After IMSA, he graduated from the United States Air Force Academy with a degree in aeronautical engineering, later serving as an F-16 fighter pilot and completing more than 150 combat missions in Iraq and Afghanistan. Colonel Ruffin's military awards include the Meritorious Service Medal with 1 Oak Leaf Cluster, National Defense Service Medal, Air Medal with 6 Oak Leaf Clusters, Korean Service Medal, Afghanistan and Iraq Campaign Medal with Bronze Star, and Global War on Terrorism Service Medal with Gold Border, and Small Arms Expert Marksmanship Ribbon. His other awards and recognitions include the 2008 IMSA Alumni Distinguished Leadership Award, 2013 TAI Distinguished Service Leadership Award, and 2016 Black Entertainment Television Shine a Light recipient. Beyond his decorated military career, Colonel Ruffin founded the Legacy Flight Academy, a nonprofit organization that honors the legacy of the Tuskegee Airmen by inspiring and mentoring youth through aviation and character development. Although he could not join us in person today, Colonel Ruffin has shared a special video message with us in honor of Veterans Day.
Hello to my IMSA family spread around the great state of Illinois and throughout the world. I don't have much time with you today, and as a fighter pilot, I like to stay on target and get to the point. So my quick message for you revolves around the 3 C's of courage, character, and challenge. And in true IMSA fashion with inquiry-based learning, I'll begin with a question. Why do we celebrate Veterans Day? I'll key the Jeopardy theme music while you think about it. Well, according to the VA, it is a celebration to honor America's veterans for their patriotism, love of country, and willingness to serve and sacrifice for the common good. In not so many words, I'd say it's recognizing the courage of those who have fought for freedom. The interesting thing is that this courage does not get issued to you while at basic military training, or magically appear when you're in a firefight. Instead, you build courage little by little, day in and day out. I began developing my courage at IMSA when some fellow students and I used to get up at sunrise to raise the American flag right there in front of the main entrance. And by learning from heroic teammates at IMSA who were veterans, such as Keith McIntosh and Jim Bondi. It was from them that the Air Force core values of integrity, service, and excellence were first personified. I'm sure you all realize that what I'm really focused on is all boiled down to this next C. Character. I won't cue the music again, but do any of you know IMSA's mission statement? It states, to ignite and nurture creative, ethical, scientific minds that advance the human condition. Similarly, my collegiate alma mater of the United States Air Force Academy has the mission to educate, train, and inspire men and women to become leaders of character, motivated to lead the Department of the Air Force in service to our nation. I know it doesn't seem like it, but while you're doing MI problem sets, titrations, and other investigations, you're really just building character. When I look back at my experience as an IMSA graduate and as a veteran, I can see that it's really all just one continuous theme of growing in courageous character in order to serve others. As a veteran, you realize you're not the first one to face and overcome obstacles, and that you can succeed. That you stand as a part of the legacy of countless Americans from all races, religions, and backgrounds who have served. As a pilot in a minority, one of my primary exemplars in whose footsteps I have followed are the heroic Tuskegee Airmen. If you don't know who the details of who they are, I am giving you a direct order to look them up. I've been blessed to know many of these American heroes and can attest to the truth of the saying that's on the statue at the United States Air Force Academy about them. They rose from adversity through competence, courage, commitment, and capacity to serve America on silver wings and to set a standard few will transcend. And so, this brings me to my closing and the final C of challenge. My challenge to each and every one of you, but especially the students, is to be like the Tuskegee Airmen, to be like Keith McIntosh. No, I don't mean immediately go join the military, but that you embrace and develop the traits of those of who we're honoring today. President Ronald Reagan said, "Freedom is never more than one generation away from extinction. We didn't pass it to our children in the bloodstream. It must be fought for, protected, and handed on for them to do the same." So, I'll end with the story of my first combat deployment to Iraq, where I had the opportunity to become a Tuskegee Airman myself as a member of the 332nd Air Expeditionary Wing. While it was certainly intense to fly with live bombs and to execute the aerial combat tactics that you've trained for, the thing that sticks with me the most actually took place on the ground. You see, the base featured countless numbers of what we call TCNs, or third country nationals, who had come to Iraq from all over in order to work as a cook or a janitor or a barber or some other support task. But meanwhile, you had thousands of people who were fleeing from Iraq to find work and to find food and shelter and clothing. And so that dichotomy of having people flocking to and fleeing from a war zone, but both in search of the same thing, of a better life for them and their family, made me fully grasp what the cliche could never communicate. I'm proud to be an American, and I hope you are too. Happy Veterans Day.
I would like to thank Colonel Ruffin for sharing his insights with us. As we come to the close of our Veterans Day Assembly, let's take a moment to reflect on the significance of today. Today, we are gathered not just as students, staff, and faculty, but as a community, united in gratitude for those who have selflessly served our country. To the veterans in our audience and beyond, thank you for your courage, your service, and your sacrifice. And to all of us here, let's carry forward their example by serving others and striving to make our world a better place. At this time, please rise once again for the retiring of the colors.
Color Guard, attention! Forward, march! Color Guard, return to ranks. Forward, march! Color Guard, halt. Color Guard, dismissed.